Well, I think I got the sound working again. Sorry about that, guys. That's the first time. All the videos I've made, that's the first time where I've lost my microphone. So sorry about that. Fucking sucks. But I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I got snipped. This is I want to say I was 31 years old, living on my sailboat, and the only jobs I had was pro wrestling, stunt work, jousting shows. And fucking life was awesome. Living on a sailboat in a cool marina that had a hot tub, gas grills, a library, a gym, swimming pool. It was fucking great. Life was awesome. And I was dating gals here and there. And this one gal that I met, I think on date number 2, maybe 3, I told her straight up, I said, look, I'm on the road a lot. I'm traveling. I got my life exactly how I want it right now. I'm living on my boat. I'm doing shows. Make a little bit of money. If you're looking to settle down, get married, and have kids, I think that's awesome. But I'm not the guy for that. I'm not wired that way. I love kids. Don't get me wrong. I love my niece and nephews. But I'm not cut out to be a dad. I am cut out to be an uncle, though. So I told her that, and she's like, wow, nobody's ever been that upfront and honest with me, and I appreciate that. It lets me know where I stand. I said, I don't want to waste your time if that's what you're looking for. It's just being respectful. Now, I guess most guys would just not even say that, even if they felt that way, just so they could get laid and shit, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like I owed that to people I was seeing at the time, just to let them know up front. Look, if that's what you're looking for, you need to get out and get that. Because I'm not that guy. So, we continued casually dating. She's also seeing another guy. And this guy was married and had a couple kids. I didn't know that until... I wore protection and everything, and we had a little bit of a pregnancy scare. And I guess the same thing happened with this other guy that she was seeing. So, shit got really fucking intense, man. There's a lot of emotions out there, and a lot of drama and shit. And and I told her, I was like, I was up front with you, told you all this stuff, and she said, Jay, you're too good of a guy to let go, and I think you'd be an awesome dad. So I felt like I was being trapped into something I didn't want to get trapped into. Needless to say, she didn't have the kid. That was a really rough time. I don't really want to get into that. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go from a stallion to a gelding as soon as fucking possible. So I had some health insurance, and I started calling some doctors. Hi, do you do vasectomies? Yeah. Are you over 40? No. Ooh, no, Hello. I'm looking to get a vasectomy done. Oh, yeah, we do that here. Oh, great. Are you already married and have kids? No. Click. I couldn't find anybody. I went through like 5 doctors. They didn't want that liability for somebody so young and single. Because I guess they were afraid that, if I decide to have kids later in life, I'd sue them or some shit. But, I'm a grown-ass man. I can make my own decisions. And if I wanted kids later down the road, there's kids that need to be adopted. And that's an option, too. My family line ends with me. Fucking, the Shufflebosons are done. Kaput. Done. So, I went through, I made a lot of phone calls. And I found one guy. He said, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 31. Oh, do you have kids? No. But I'm in a committed relationship. We're engaged. We've been together for 10 years. She doesn't want kids at all. So yeah, this is we both agreed that we'll just have cats. He's like, all right, well, I'd like to have a consultation with the both of you to make sure this is what you guys want to do. And I'm like, okay. So I called my friend Devin, and I said, Devin, would you be my girlfriend for an afternoon? She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's just a friend. We never dated or anything. We've been friends for years. And I explained to her my situation. Said, I need to get snipped. And this guy, I have him convinced that we're engaged. And you don't want kids. I don't want kids. And he'll only do it if we sit down, the three of us, and talk and sign some stuff. She said, fuck yeah, I'll do it. And I don't care. And I'm like, all right, well, let me call this other doctor and see what he says. So I called this other doctor in Ventura. Hi, do you do vasectomies? Yeah, I do them all the time. Like 2 or 3 a week. All right, well, I'm just letting you know I'm 31 years old. I'm not married. I don't have any kids, and I don't want kids. And will you do it? He's like, yeah, sure. Come on in. All right, when? How about tomorrow, 9 o'clock? Woohoo! I fucking couldn't believe it. And he said, you're just going to have to sign some paperwork saying you're not going to sue me later. I'm like, all right, fucking fine by me. Let's do it. So, now to the fun part. He said, yeah, it's going to be about a 30-minute operation. I'm going to spend 15 minutes on each side, and you're going to get up and walk out of here. And he said, we'll do it on a Friday. He said, take the afternoon off, and then you'll be back at work on Monday. I'm like, no shit. Great. He said, just don't do any heavy lifting or exercise or anything. You're going to be sitting on a bag of frozen peas for a couple days so the swelling goes down, and then you'll be back at work on Monday. I'm like, fucking high fives and boners. And I showed up there Friday afternoon and got to the operating room, and there's like a, I don't know, the table, you know, like could have been like a massage table or whatever. And I'm in that, you know, the paper gown that they always put you in and stuff. Ribbit. And when you go to hospitals and stuff. And now, I wasn't thrilled about the idea of having my balls getting worked on. This freaked me out. But to me, this is a necessary thing that needs to be done. I should not be producing kids. Believe me. So, I lay down on that table, hike up my paper thing, my garbage is out, him and a female assistant. Again, I didn't get a boner though. She wasn't rubbing my nuts or nothing. So, like, remember when I got a boner during an ultrasound? I wasn't going to get a boner this time. No way. And he took away, you know those paper ass gaskets you see in public restrooms where you pop out the hole, put it on the toilet seat? I think that's what he put on me. And I came prepared. I had my Zune headphones, earbuds, put them in. I'm listening to fucking the Melvins. And I'm like, all right, Doc, I'm all yours. And he tapped my leg. I'm like, what? And he said, I'm going to make the incision in one of your folds. I'm like, in one of my folds? You mean like in my ball sack, the wrinkles and stuff? He's like, yeah. He said, that way cosmetically you won't notice it. I'm like, Doc, nobody's going to fucking inspect my ball bag that intense to see if I got a scar there. I don't care. You know, male genitalia is odd looking to begin with, dude. Just get after it. It doesn't have to look pretty. It just has to, you know, work. And he said, okay. I went to put my earbuds back in, tapped me again. I'm like, fuck, now, what now? He said, well, I forgot to ask you, would you like to be cauterized or clamped? Where I fold it, clamp it, put you back in. I said, both. And he blinked a couple times. He said, oh, okay, I could do that. I'm like, all right. Earbuds back in. And then he tapped my leg again. I'm like, oh, fuck. What's the problem now? He said, I'm going to desensitize your area, and then I'm going to give you an injection. I'm like, okay. He said, did you feel that? I'm like, ow, you got me right in the nuts. I didn't say that. But I honestly, I didn't really feel anything. I mean, I could feel him moving around and working on me and stuff, but I didn't feel any pain. Earbuds back on. More Melvins. And this is where things got kind of fucking very, very strange. So I'm numbed up down there, and I'm not feeling any pain, but I can feel like a strange tugging sensation, like he's lacing up his shoelace or something from my nuts. It sounds disgusting and fucked up, but believe me, I didn't feel any pain. It was just an odd feeling. Now here's where things got fucking really weird. I guess I didn't look. I'm looking at the ceiling. Melvin's ceiling. But then I started to smell something. Almost kind of like burnt hair, kind of. He had that soldering iron or whatever, and he cauterized me. And I could smell myself burning. The smoke or whatever. Ooh. Again, I didn't feel any pain. At all. Then he fucking... The incision was so fucking small, too. And then he tapped me on the leg. I'm like, yeah? He said, all right, I'm done on this side. Going around to the other side, and I'll get that one done, and you're out of here. Okay. Same thing happened. Got up, walked out. And he said, all right, so go to the store. Get some frozen peas. And you're going to need to wear a jock strap without the cup, obviously. He said it just needs to hold everything up. You know, like a sports bra for your balls. And this is the same fucking jock strap that I wore when I lost my clothes at the Primus concert. On the back with a Sharpie, I wrote Jay's Jimmy on there because I used to wear it when I played hockey. So, yeah, I still got that thing around here somewhere. Anyway, so I'm wearing my Jimmy on the boat, frozen peas on my nuts. It swelled up a little bit, like I haven't had sex in like a month, you know, just filling up like a balloon. And oh yeah, I asked the doc. I said, all right, I gotta ask you a question here. This is very important. I said, am I still firing live rounds right now? He said, yes, you are. He said, what's in you right now is the hot rounds. I'm like, okay. So at what point are my swimmers no longer swimming, so to speak? And I forgot what he told me. He said, be careful, but it's gonna be a little bit. I'm like, okay. So no sex for a while, just yank it or whatever. He said, yeah, pretty much. Back on the boat, playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, sitting there on some frozen peas, just playing my fucking Xbox. I had a PlayStation 2 at the time, and or was it a 3? I don't remember. Fuck, it was a long time ago. And all of a sudden, I started hearing mariachi music just blasting out of nowhere. I'm like, what the fuck's going on outside? Speaking of what's going on outside, shithead's outside, and he wants back in. Hang on. Coming in. Huh? You want in or what? Sometimes he just likes me to just open the window so he could look inside. I think that's all he wants to do. He just wants to sit there. Oh no, here he comes. Hi, buddy. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You got a vasectomy too, didn't you? He's a good boy. We both can't have kids. Okay. Ouch. Shit. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. I'm telling a story. Alright, so I'm hearing mariachi music blasting everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Ouch, fucker. Look at this. Guy's claws dug in. Ugh. So, ouch, shit. So I slide open the hatch. I look outside. And fucking right next to my boat, in the back of it, old Jenny Lugnut and old Steve Durazo fucking in this like 12 or 14 foot little skiff. Blasting a radio. Come on, Jay, we're going fishing. And it was windy outside. I'm like, what, really? He's like, yeah, come on, hop in. We're going to go to the break wall. We're going to catch some fish. Let's go. All right. So I carefully put on a pair of sweats. I grab the beer, my frozen peas, and I, carefully get into their boat. And we motor over to the break wall, and and the boat's bobbing around, moving around. There's wind chop everywhere. The waves are hitting the break wall. The spray's getting all over us, and I got my balls in my beer, and I'm just sitting there just fucking hanging on. These guys are trying to fish. It's windier and shit, and some of it's spilling into the boat, and it's cold outside. And I'm thinking, this is just my fucking luck. I'm sitting here with swollen balls, and I'm in a boat, and I'm going to capsize, and I'm going to fucking, I don't know if I can swim with my balls the way they are. And I'm like, this is nuts. Guys, we're not going to catch shit. Let's get out of here. My nuts are swollen, and I can't be out here in this shit. And I'm like, what's wrong with your nuts? I said, I got a vasectomy yesterday. They're like, oh, shit. So, we didn't catch any fish. Took me back to the sailboat. And I got back in, played Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. And, yeah. And I just, I've been shooting blanks ever since. So. Speaking of Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. I was working in Malibu. This real quick story. At the time, I stopped at the Chevron there, Pacific Palisades. And I went to put like $20 on pump 3 or whatever. And I walked in, and there's a tall guy with a newspaper. And I walked in, and the cashier said, I can help you. Who's next? And I looked at the guy, and I'm like, are you next? He's like, no. He's like, go ahead. I'm like, okay. I'm like, fuck, that guy looks familiar. So I, pay for my gas, get out there, start pumping. And then the gentleman walks out to this beautiful black Mercedes-Benz, like the next pump over. I'm like, fucking, who is that guy? That's Ray Liotta. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm all, hey. And he turned around. I'm all, Tommy Vercetti. He's like, huh? I'm like, you were Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Love that game. He's like, wow, I've never been recognized for that, but thanks. Like, he was in shock. He thought I was going to pull out Goodfellas out of my ass on him or something like that, but anyway. I got more stories about running into celebrities when I was working in Malibu. I might do a story on that. Alright, so I got a big update here. So I'm going to start doing a conspiracy show on Odyssey. Check out the link down below. I would do it on Twitch. I would do it on YouTube, but unfortunately, a lot of content creators that dive into lizard people and shit like that, they're getting deplatformed and stuff. And then it's I don't want that to happen to me. So if you guys are interested in conspiracy stuff, check me out on Odyssey. It's free to follow me, stuff like that. And I'm going to start doing this podcast every week with a friend of mine who's really big in conspiracy shit. So yeah, we're going to dive deep on on Colonel Sanders, the Black Knight satellite, like fucking aliens, the Clintons, like whatever. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you join me every weekend on that platform. But until then, I'm still going to stream on Twitch, play games, hang out with you guys, and I'm still going to post stories on YouTube. So, alright guys, high fives and boners. I hope you enjoyed this story. And if you're thinking about getting a vasectomy, it's not bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was just weird. So, honestly, it's the best $100 I ever spent. So, anyway. Yeah, don't let my story like discourage you from getting it, if that's something that you choose to do. But I just wanted to give you my first-hand experience of getting it done. So, alright, high fives and boners. I will talk to you guys later. Check out the links down below. Bye. I hope the sound fucking works this time. I'm going to play this back. That pissed me off so bad. Ugh.